It is now 6 o'clock, and we are calling the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is public hearing. And number one, public hearing to receive comments from residents regarding a request for a conditional use permit to allow duplexes to be built on, is that abstract or, Abstract 2 FL and I, Block 200, 3.78 acres located at the corner of South Mesquite and West 8th Street, zoned R1A, Single Family District.
Speak on that one, are you? President?
All right, there isn't anybody present to speak on that item. And item number two, public hearing to receive comments from residents regarding a request for a variance of 122 Heron Drive, reducing the required rear yard setback from 6 feet to 1 foot 6 inches, and the required side yard setback from 6 feet to 1 foot in order to allow for the installation of an in-ground concrete swimming pool.
You for this one?
So, I'm just here to represent the homeowner and the pool company, if there are any questions regarding that. I know that that's a little misleading with the 1 foot 6 inches and the 1 foot side setback. That is actual dig line. My water line will be 2 feet plus from the fence like it's required by the National Pool Code.
They,
All right, going on to the action items. Number one, consideration and action to approve a conditional use permit to allow duplexes to be built on Abstract 2 F, L, and I, County Block 200 at 3.78 acres located at the corner of South Mesquite and West 8th Street, Zone R1A, Single Family District.
8th Street and Mesquite. I think it's a good fit. Normally, you don't want it too close to a single family area, but right across and north of that is already Raintree Apartments that's there. And then because the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th streets face one another, they don't face Mesquite. It kind of gives a different look too. Plus, if they are in fact going to have a look like that's in the picture, it looks very, very nice and looks like as good a homes as in that area. So we think it would be okay in this instance.
I was trying to picture where it is. They're at.
You know where Mesquite Street is going south, just past St. Cecilia Catholic Church, but on the opposite side, going south, and then this is where you see the Raintree Apartments to the north of it. If you turn, can you turn around? There you go. It's just that corner right there. And then behind it's a drainage ditch.
It used to be Clarita's property, was it?
I don't know. It's never been developed as.
The other side of the canal is Lopez.
Let me show you the difference.
The other question I have, Mark, is the parking spaces. According to this picture, there's, the parking spaces are in front and to the side of each other. If you look at that picture, the first picture that they have here, is that for the 4 parking spaces are, is to the right side or left side of the apartment?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, the side, it's just as long as there's, 2 per apartment.
I'm just wondering how they're situated.
Yeah, they got it.
Oh, okay. Kind of like those that were built across from Walmart, the parking spaces are in the front and in the back, there's car close to that.
There's actually some, on those, there's actually some in the back as well. Here, they're not, they'll be in the front.
So, can we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
I'd like to, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Anita. I'll second it.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, the action item has been approved. Do we have a motion from the table?
Aye.
You made a
do have-
motion,
Just to
second.
clarify, this is for the apartments, correct?
Yeah.
All in favor? Aye.
All in favor or opposed? I mean, in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, number 2, action is consideration and action to approve variance request at 122 Heron Drive, reducing the required rear and yard setback from 6 feet to 1 foot inches, or 1.5 foot, and the required side yard setback from 6 foot to 1 foot in order to allow for the installation of an in-ground concrete swimming pool. Any questions?
2 things we have concerns with, and he mentioned it, on the side yard, it's from the water's edge to the property line is 2 feet. And then, I guess what do you call it? Is that, what is it? The wall and then the foot over, so a foot of that will be that coping. That seems a little too narrow if you're gonna have to get back, around there. I don't know what emergency crews would be there, but we've always wanted a minimum of 3 feet. You have allowed for some, variances as long as they were 3 feet. I want to be open that was because it's a wall there, so that you could get in there. But if it's a pool, if you fall off, you're not going to hit a wall. You're not going to brush up against the wall. You're going to fall in the pool. So that seems, if we could get the 3 foot on both of those, the rear setback, it looks like it's only the entrance in and out,
Little swim out bench is correct.
is about 4 feet from the water's edge to the fence. So with the coping, it'd be 3 foot. So all except that one little spot of where I guess where you get in and out, or is it a sitting place?
It's a bench to sit.
Bench to sit, that would be a little close.
Cul-de-sac?
Yeah, which compounds the problem for both the pool company and the resident. So we understand that, but
And if I may address that side on the fence.
Can you-
If I may?
yeah,
I understand that your concern is for any emergency issues getting to the pool. If you look as you're coming in through the backyard, that will take you right to that area, which is fully open to be able to address any issues in that pool, other than just that little bit on the side where the end of the pool is. The front of that pool is very open for anybody to get back there and address any emergency issues. Thank you.
Is there an alley or is there a, looking at the diagram here,
There's no alleys there.
There's house behind you.
it's a fence?
Yes, sir.
Mark, I have a quick question. Before bringing it over here, whether we accept or not, does the architectural committee have to approve it first? The subdivisions committee?
No, there is no HOA or architectural committee.
I think they do have some architectural committee, then we have to present to them first.
As far as I'm aware.
Just for the house, right?
For the houses. It's the houses.
Is there anywhere else that you could put the water line or whatever you're gonna install here? Is there?
So, yeah, of course. I
There
mean,
should be a lot more room going to the right instead of at that far corner.
but the problem with going any farther to the right is I'm required to be also 5 feet away from the foundation. So I can't move that pool to the right. What I could do is I could move that specific water line back a foot, but we are such a tight space already. I'm taking away pool space from the customer, but if that's what it takes, by all means, I will address that with them. But we're already a pretty small pool as it is. And just to inform you all, the National Pool Code is 48 inches from fence lines. So I do fall within the National Pool Code guidelines, just not for that subdivision plat.
48, you said?
24.
24.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had said 24 earlier then.
Well, the question I would have on the placement of the pool would be, is there any other dimension that you can use so that you're able to fit the pool in there?
So that is, with following all the guidelines, that's the only placement. But like I said, if it needs to be, I can move that parallel end of the pool back another foot to give the 3 feet, if that's what you all insist that I do. But keeping in mind that that does take a little away from an already fairly small swimming pool for the homeowner.
Any other questions? We have a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
Anybody want to second it? Anybody want to disapprove? Or oppose it? Or oppose it?
Motion to deny.
Or approve with what he had mentioned, just throwing it out there.
Which would mean, Mark, to reconfigure?
Well, he said he didn't want to move it because it would make the pool smaller, but if it took to get approval, then he would go the 3 foot, which would meet what we have done in practice before.
Definitely willing to do that to get it approved.
So there's a second needed? Anita?
Well, if we're going to go with the motion, so what we're going to do is change it up a little bit and just go with the reconfiguration of the pool. Do we have a motion for that?
Second?
Okay, well, then,
Oh, because she motioned to deny, so
Yeah.
nobody seconded, so we'll deny that. And now we need a motion to approve,
The
subject
reconfiguration?
to, subject to him reconfiguring that. So we need a motion first for that.
Okay.
we have a motion to approve for the reconfiguration of the pool.
Motion to approve reconfiguration for the pool to measure 3 feet.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay, let's have,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
May I ask a quick question? Is that doable? So what will be my next process? Produce you plans with that line being
Yes.
3 feet back? Okay.
This goes back to the permit department, and they'll take care of it.
Thank you.
All right, action, the action that we just passed was to reconfigure the pool measurements. So, the motion has been approved. Based on that. Third motion is, or consideration is the action to approve Coastal King Los Fresnos subdivision final plat.
This is the area on 1575 and what is 100 on the south side. And you see the 3 lots that are there. The preliminary plat was approved a few meetings ago. So this is the final plat, and we're recommending approval.
Do we have any questions on that? The only, I haven't had a chance to look through it, Mark, but how about, my key thing is drainage, because I don't want the city to be beholden at the end of the project in case of a flood or something, we have to fork out all the big bucks for that.
Yep, good question. On the front page, if you'll open up, it'll be on you see on the front of Lot 1, Block 1, and the front of Lot 2, Block 1, where the detention is. And that's, the engineers calculated, not only, their engineers have to calculate the required detention so that it does not cause any flooding in the area. And then our engineers also confirm that before it's approved. So TxDOT as well has looked at that in consideration for, you'll see that it drains slowly to Old Alice Road, and that's the one that will be, I think the letting on that project is this summer, and they've approved this with the new road being built in mind as well. So it meets all of the standards, and so that there won't, you notice it goes away from Highway 100 towards the back, and then in front of where the irrigation canal is to the east to where Old Alice Road or 1575 is.
So my big thing is that also is that subdivision behind the high school, the retention pond or the detention pond, it's connected to other canals, so when that fills up, it flows away.
I'm not sure where the high school, what you're talking
High
about.
school, the subdivision behind the high school, behind,
Feather Ridge,
huh?
Feather Ridge,
Is that the name?
it has
big old lots, they have big old homes, right off Port Road to the left. So the retention pond that's behind the subdivision, it's connected to other canals, because I see it every day since I walk every day out there. It's connected and the water drains off that way, away from, in case we have a massive rain, the retention pond can hold the water and the water flows away. So is this retention pond, is it connected to other canals?
It goes, will be held, and then it drains into Old Alice Road, and then it'll drain south. And yes, there's drainage as it moves south. There's one that comes, continues to run all the way for a long ways onto the new road that will be built, as well as one that crosses, or actually two of them cross and end up back behind that big irrigation canal behind where we just approved those apartments. So
Yeah. They build a retention pond like Walmart, and then if it ever rains heavy,
it gets full.
when it gets full, there's a little access where the water flow over.
Overflow.
And, yeah.
And that's the way this is designed, so that it holds the water. And then later it releases as, the idea is after a hard rain comes, that all the water will be gone, and then it comes and it drains out of that detention on the slope. They put a smaller pipe so that it holds it back.
Anybody have any questions, or do we motion to approve or disapprove?
Permission, I'd like to make the motion to approve.
Second?
All right, motion has been approved. Now let's take a vote on it. Do we have a motion?
Aye.
All right, motion has been approved. And action item number 4 is to approve the minutes from March 16th. We have a motion?
I make a motion? Aye.
Anybody
Second.
second it? And motion has been approved. And that's, those are the 4 action items, and meeting is now adjourned.